What's happening, Wisdom Warriors? Back at it for another video. Yeah. So you ready for today's Sunday sermon? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready for the message to come through? Well, I got this new battery, so we should be good. And we're good on space. So whatever it goes and runs through, it runs through. I'm going to pull a card for the collective for today. And whatever somebody needs out there, we're getting what's coming through. And I just feel called to well, for one, wow, we got the moon card. And you know what? Look at that. Somebody needed that. It's like a lot of us are going through like changes right now. And I know we're coming upon an eclipse, a solar eclipse on the Thursday, I think, the 20th, but it's going to be different for everybody wherever you're located. But yeah, we're coming upon a solar eclipse, which is going to have massive shifts in energy, and kind of why I felt called to fast. I kind of wanted to do it a little longer, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm not. This isn't set in stone yet. Again, here's the card. Look at it, resonate, see how it fits well for you. The moon card, and that's that. But I am potentially looking to do like a 72-hour fast. I've been kind of, it fluctuates a little bit, and last night, man, I didn't feel so great, I mean, I'm always honest on this channel, but man, uh, I went to bed about 9:30, and it was almost like I felt like in my bones they were like aching, and then I got a cramp in my foot. I'm real in this channel, and we just speak the truth and are fully authentic. And to be honest, it was weird because I felt fine during the fast, and then last night I had a hard time falling asleep. I was pretty wired, and but I know we're purging, we're letting go of a lot of toxins in our body, and we're noticing that we are having difficulty eating certain things and a lot of food like we used to, and eating out, and we're eating more natural raw foods and not eating as much processed. At least I am, and at least a lot of these communities that I belong into, that I've been seeing people do the same. And I'm noticing people are starting to fast that never do and never have. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Wow, man! Right away, dude. On this other deck, on the in the Harmony Tarot deck, bam! The Page of Swords came right out. Look at that card, man. I love the artwork on these cards. Page of Swords. It's a beautiful, empowering card. I feel just by even looking at it. So see what happens for you. See what comes through for you. But yeah, I did breath work. I felt it. I felt it when I did the breath work yesterday. Not as much as I did in the past when I did breath work on fasting. But literally, I was doing just fine. To be honest with you, I think it got a little more tough yesterday. But I still could have gone through it. But my next like my next journey with it is going to be probably 3 days, if not a little bit longer. I'm going to try to shoot for Thursday to Monday. Like I'll eat, Thursday night, and then I'm going to try to go to like Monday night maybe and break my fast Monday. And just fast the whole weekend next weekend, and reset my body. I feel like it's already happened because but when you reach a certain point, your body resets, you know. And again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be one. I'm not giving you health advice. I'm just telling you my journey and what I've experienced and what I've been seeing and what I've been doing, you know. And today's Sunday sermon, you know, and why not talk about detoxing and cleansing the body as we go into this solar eclipse that's upon us, because a lot of changes are going to happen, a lot. Our bodies are lightening up. Our bodies are getting are purging all the toxins, and we need to be lighter as we transition forward, because this is not going to stop. The planet's being cleansed and purged, and you know, all the way into 2024, man. And you know, if you know, look, try intermittent fasting if you want. I'm not telling you what to do, but try slowly, gradually going into it. I have been doing it now probably a couple months, every other week. But actually this week I'm probably going to do it again. Come this week, end of this week. Normally I've been doing it every other week, but this week I'm going to probably do it at the end of the week, and we'll see how things go. We'll see how I feel. As time gets closer, I do have a few things that are happening this week, like the Akashic Records on Friday, and which is okay. I was actually fasting through that Akashic Records practice, and which, anyways, to be honest with you, each day I literally I don't have breakfast, first of all. And I don't have lunch. I really have dinner, which is kind of consists of, a raw salad, some hummus. Sometimes I have lentil soup during the day, but I'll have a shake, which normally I don't have till like 12:30 anyway. So literally, it's almost 24 hours before I have. That's every single day, because I finish my dinner around usually sometimes 5:36, and I don't have a shake till like 12:30. So you're talking like more than a half a day every single day I fast, and which is still good, and it's good cleansing of the body. And I've been doing that for a while now, a long time now. Then I'll have my then what I would do is fast 2 to 3 days every other week. So I've been doing quite a bit of cleansing, but I want to do a longer cleanse. And then I want to lead up to like a whole week, like 6 days, 7 day cleanse. What I may incorporate is like some types of fruits like watermelon. But what I've been doing is I've figured what has helped me is coconut water. I've been doing coconut water and water. That's really hydrating for you and putting electrolytes. I've also been doing a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, pink Himalayan sea salt with the water. So I'll take a pinch, and I kind of do that like every hour or so. And then I'll have the water, and then a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt. But this is just my practice and what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm coming from my experience and my journey and what I've done on my journey. So you take it how it resonates with you, and you do what's best for you, and you go within, which is what we're going to talk about today. That leads me to what we're speaking about on this sermon today, on today's sermon, which is going within. As we go forward, with more and deeper into 2023 and deeper into April, and go through this solar eclipse and going into May in the summertime, we're going to find that we have to go within. And what that means is go within and get guidance from ourselves, guidance from the intuition. And I spoke about intuition on another video. Intuition is that soft, loving voice within, deep down inside of you. It's not the ego. It doesn't come in the mind of you thinking of what is happening. It's intuitive. It's an inner, deep inner voice that's so soft and loving and compassionate, and it's just like this soft voice that you hear deep down in your gut. You know, it's like really deep down inside, and it's like the most beautiful, calming, relaxing, loving, compassionate voice. And that is the intuition. And that is what we have to start paying attention to and listening to and strengthening, because you can't, the days of us going outside of ourselves and getting answers from some false idol or somebody in a white coat telling you that you have this amount of time left or this is what you need to do. And, you know, again, there's certain things I can't speak about on here, even though I know I have a very small audience. It still doesn't matter. As these video, as we grow the channel, I don't want to have the videos taken down due to that or have the channel banned. So, you know, that will be left for other stuff that I'm working on behind the scenes with other people, under other individuals. So, but there's things that have happened to me with taking certain pills and certain things that caused more issues than I already had prior to taking them. And I will speak about that on other platforms and other channels as time goes on and as I release these other, you know, avenues that I'm working on. But we have to go within. We have to get the answers within. If that means going in nature and spending time with yourself, going and sitting on the yoga mat and meditating, if that means breath work, all of these different ways bring you within and bring answers from within and guidance. Or just asking yourself, hey body, like I've talked on this channel before, speaking to your body and getting the answers that you may need for, you know, moving forward in certain ways and aspects. So that, my friends, is the theme for today's sermon. Going within and letting go, and stop trying to control everything in your outer world, because we don't have the control that you think we do. And it's not because of the evil that's happening on the planet, which is only happening because those individuals have been hurt and they're just hurting others, you know, and, you know, the time will come when they will figure it out and realize that hurting others is not the way to go. You know, that the best way to go is from love and compassion and holding kindness and love for yourself. And, you know, in turn, you will radiate love out to everyone else, you know, and be a brighter light as you heal within, as we continue to let go of the trauma and the thoughts and the toxicity within us. Our light gets brighter. Our light shines brighter. The more we let go of it, the more we purge, you know, the toxins and the thoughts, because thoughts are toxic too, depending on what kind of thoughts you're having, because majority of the time they're not even your thoughts. They could be the collectives, they could be just stuff that from a trauma or you know, patterns that you've been repeating, and a lot of times they're not even ours. So, you know, that can be toxic too, depending on what thoughts you have, you know, and what you're listening to and what you're consuming. That all can be toxic, not only for your mind, for your body, you know, and it's interesting, somebody mentioned the 3 T's: thoughts, toxins, and I said the other one a second ago and now I forgot it. Damn, if you know, drop it in the comments if you heard me say it in the video, but I now forgot what I was actually saying. Thoughts, toxins, and something else. Well, they said the 3 T's, and It's like, it got away from me, and that's all right. I'm sure you heard it. And if you have to rewind the video, happens. You know it happens. What can I say? Um, but the fact of the matter is going within. You're going to hear this theme and this common thing that people are going to be saying more and more now, going forward. Go within. Go within. If you think that, because what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself going in the external to try to find answers for things that are occurring to you, and you're going to jump from person to person, from friend to friend, from whatever the case may be, trying to get answers for things that are happening to you, and you're going to find out that you're going to exhaust yourself to the point where you're going to realize that you can't do that, and that's not working. And you know what happened to me, like I said, I don't want to talk about these pills that I was taking, that I was prescribed, but I did speak about what had happened to me. I had experienced blood in my urine, and it was literally dripping out. And you know what? I ended up bouncing around with my intuition. I was like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Trying to find an answer from the external, which I did not find clearly. And I actually didn't take the multiple things they had actually told me to do. I only did one of them. And actually, I went and had a checkup recently somewhere else. And they asked me, did I take the stuff they told me to take the last time? I said, no, I'm not down with that stuff anymore. And you know what I'm talking about. It starts with a PH, type of stuff that you would get it, these places like that start with a C and a W. And, I didn't do it. I didn't even take it out. I just said, forget it. It's not for me. Many things over the last year to year and a half, I was bouncing around. And when you're bouncing around, that's basically your intuition telling you no. It's a no. Don't do it. And actually, I did, and I ended up experiencing several days later blood in my urine, which is 100% a cause of these things out there. I even got confirmation from someone else, and they said, yes, it can certainly do stuff like that. But it was funny because another place I went to laughed and said, oh, that's not possible. And I knew right in my gut. I knew, it told me. I got confirmation that that's what it was. And it was several days later. And there was nothing else I was doing that would cause that. And so I knew, and I said, that's it. I'm done. When you're like I said, when you're trying to figure out an answer and you're going back and forth like a yo-yo, your answer is no. Right out the gate, it's no. And the best thing you can do is follow that, because we end up doing more damage than what would have happened if I didn't do it. And it actually causes more problems than the problem that you had initially. And then you got to go and you got to take more stuff. And then you're causing more issues, and then you wonder why you got all these problems. And I'm not saying that this is everybody, and I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm telling you my journey and the way that we're headed. We're headed in a way that we need to go within. We need to go within, and I will keep repeating this over and over again on multiple videos going forward, because you will find out more and more that the external will not have the answers for you, and nobody in the external will. It's going to be you. There's no one coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. We have to take the initiative and learn and do these things that are good for our bodies and our health. And if that means fasting for a few days, go right ahead. But do your research. Do your research, because I don't want you coming back and dropping things in the comments that I told you to do this and do that. I didn't tell you anything. I'm giving you my experience and what I've done. And just saying, you know what, look into it, do some research, think about it. Ask your body, ask yourself, go within, see what you feel is best for you. Because we have to cleanse and purge the body and help cleanse the body in the best way we can, whether it be herbal teas, whatever you feel called or feel resonant with or aligned with. Look into it, check it out. Ask yourself, because the only way that you're going to get the right answers and the proper answers for you is going within, and I promise you that. And as we go forward, you're going to want to strengthen your intuition more and more. If you don't have it, or if you doubt everything, and if you question everything, then we do need to work on strengthening it. And I've been working on it through Reiki and through breath work and through meditation and through Kundalini Yoga and through tarot. And now I'm doing the Akashic Records. These are all ways that I'm deepening my connection with my soul, with my higher self, with my records, with just in general. And you got to go with what you feel called to do. And I was thinking about it more and more about me, moving forward and doing yoga right now, teacher training, but I really feel called to finish my certifications for the breath work. I have 3 different trainings, one with one teacher that I have like 5 different trainings I didn't even finish yet to get my certification. Then I pre-signed up for another one that I haven't even started yet. And then I did another one, which I'll talk more about these different breath works, because they're all different. Some of them are breath holds, some of them are conscious circular breathing. And so I'm gonna finish them all. And I feel like this year will be the year. I just been kind of called to lay down and breathe more than actually do the teacher training, because I'm getting it through experience. And as I talked about on this channel many times, how much more powerful the breath work was when I fasted, and how much deeper your spiritual practice becomes during fasting. Because here's the thing, when you're eating, and I'm not putting you down if you eat meat, so don't take it the wrong way. If you do, more power to you. Whatever you choose to do is what you need. And but I can tell you right now, when you do eat meat, it takes a lot. Your body is working so hard to digest not only meat, but any kind of food. And I'm not telling you to go starve yourself and never eat again. I'm just saying that intermittent fasting and fasting in general is really good to let the body rest, because the body has to work really, really hard when you're digesting food, extremely hard, especially if it's something like meat. There's also vegan stuff that is very strenuous on the digestive system. And that's why a lot of us, majority of humanity has had massive digestive issues for years and years and years. First of all, the digestive system is another brain, okay? And it's a brain just like the brain up here we have in our head. And the digestive system is a brain of its own. And if that's out of whack or not in balance, which a lot of us haven't been, because we eat fast, we rush, we don't chew our food properly. I mean, really, when you eat something, you really should be chewing it and counting to 20 every single time before you swallow it, so that you put less strain on your digestive system, and you're helping it to digest better. We also, probiotics is very important, and eating foods with heavy probiotics in them, like there's certain types of yogurts. They even have dairy-free yogurts now with probiotics in them. There's other foods that also provide probiotics, which put the healthy, give you back that gut health. They put back the healthy, stuff back in your system, in your digestive tract. So that's very important, and eating slowly and taking your time and eating mindfully. Those are all extremely important to have a balanced and healthy digestive system. A lot of us out there have gotten mold and Lyme and all these different things that live in the gut, in the digestive system, because a lot of the foods we were eating rotted in our stomachs, like meat, for example, and just sits there in the gut. And there's vitamins like from the pea, those buildings that you go into that start with a W and a C, and you get those prescribed. Those things cannot eat. A lot of them don't even digest. And then when you do, like I did, a colon cleanse, I've heard people where they do a colon cleanse, like I just got done doing, and those pills end up coming out, and that ones that you may have taken years ago, just sitting there in your gut. I've heard stories of people that have had this. Mine was more clean because I've gone through a lot of cleansing the last 5 years. It's 5 to 7 years, a lot. And I've gained a lot of weight 7 years ago, and then lost tons of weight really fast through purging of diarrhea and stuff because of something that had occurred that I will talk about further, maybe on this channel or maybe on some other platforms I'm working on. I'm not sure yet how much I'm going to put in detail on here. As I said, as the channel grows, I don't want these videos to get taken down. So I'm being very careful of what I say so that this doesn't happen, because I know that this message needed to come to somebody today. And you're watching the Sunday sermon because you were meant to watch it. So, like I said, I urge you to do more research and look into these avenues of cleansing your body. As we go forward, we need to become lighter and less dense. Our bodies are upgrading, our organs are upgrading, everything is upgrading, and our DNA, every single thing is upgrading, and we have to assist the body in those things so that we can have a smoother transition in this ascension process and this evolution and this road to 5D, and the new earth that we're creating. Because again, as I spoke about, Dolores talks about the 3 waves of volunteers and the new earth and all this stuff, but it's not a new earth that we're going, it is a new earth essentially, but we're going to be still here on this earth. It's going to be, this whole new earth is transformed, and new timelines, and the old timelines are collapsing, and and we're going up in consciousness and vibration and frequency. Like I said, I don't want to fill your heads too much with too much information. I think this is where we need to cut it and end the video. I love you all so much, and I appreciate the new subscribers. I appreciate you commenting on the videos. I appreciate the new comments, the old comments, everything. I love it all. I love the interaction. We're helping each other to grow and evolve. And just be prepared for this new earth that we're creating. And it's so beautiful and magnificent, and it's the golden age, y'all. The golden age, my friends. My dad, as I'm looking at his photo on the other side of the camera, he's watching me, man. He's watching me from above and below and all around, and I feel his energy, and I just got chills when I said that, because I know he's here right now as I record this video and I spread this message out to you all, because he was doing this back in the 80s. He was doing like week-long fasts, and he was way ahead of the time. He knew what to do and what he needed to do, and he was sharing his message unapologetically. People didn't like him. People disappeared from him. People escaped because they didn't want to hear what he had to say, because he was spreading a message that was way before the time that it was ready to come out. And he got a lot of backlash, and found that he was walking this path alone, kind of like what I've been doing. But I feel like my soul tribe and a lot of ours is coming in to fruition. It's happening, and they're finding us and we're finding them, and we're learning, and they're learning from us and we're learning from them. Our divine connections are coming in this year. I don't know when, but they're coming in. They're gradually coming in. Romantic partners, friendships, soul tribes, you name it. The divine God source is bringing this all together. He's like, she, source God has had enough. And bringing in these game changers like me and you and all of us are here to do. To walk humanity to this new earth, which is the earth that we're on, but it's a new earth that we're creating. So anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you again for everything. Join me on this amazing path and journey. Like, subscribe, comment, share. You're helping to grow this channel. You're helping to get the message out. You're helping for people that need to hear what I have to say and what needed to come through, because God, Source Divine, is working through me to bring these messages forward. And it's a beautiful thing. You will see this channel is growing. It already is. It already has. I love you all so much. Again, thank you again, from my heart to yours. I hope you enjoyed the Sunday sermon. I hope you got something out of it. And if you didn't, that's okay too. Or if you got 5 minutes out of it, that's great too. It's all good. I love you all. I don't judge anybody. Take care. Take care of yourself. Until next time, from my heart to yours, let's go, Wisdom Warriors. We got this.